Hey kids, happy holidays. It's over with now, so we're going to go back into the cooking again. Looking through the refrigerator, see what we have. We don't have a lot in stock. So basically, I've been researching about how to do a sausage and pork jambalaya, I believe how you pronounce it. Always wanted to try it. Never made it before. So I'm just kind of went through my cabinet, see what I had to get as close to the recipe as possible. So let's see how this goes, and I'll see you guys later. Looking through my cabinet to see what I have, went ahead and I found out that I have some Italian sausage links. And of course, before doing anything, I need to go ahead and boil them so they're easier to cut. I have 3 pork chops that I definitely need to use up before they go bad. I'll get those chopped up here in just a little bit. The other things you're going to need, of course, your vegetable oil. I have 2 cups of long grain rice, have about a half of a yellow onion there, and 3 cloves of garlic. And just for flavoring, I'm going to go ahead and use this red diced, it's chopped diced tomatoes. And I have a pan over here bubbling with water because I'm going to go ahead and put that sausage in there first so we can get that cooked up for you. I went ahead and I have the pork chopped up, basically kind of cubed, and I went ahead and added some salt and pepper and a little bit of flour. So I'm going to let this sit here for just a little bit while our sausage is still being cooked. As you can see, the sausage links are done. I'm going to go ahead and let them cool off for now. But what I did was take those pork chop bones, because it wasn't boneless pork chops I used. I went ahead and added it to the boiling water. And the reason why I did that is because I'm trying to make a stock for this. You're going to need about 4 cups of water for this recipe. So I'm just going to use the stock from the pork chops just to give it a little bit more flavor and a little bit more kick. You want the rice to have a flavor as well. So while the sausage is chilling, I'm going to let that condense down and then we'll come back to it. So I went ahead and drained out the broth. I've got my pan that I went ahead and cleaned out so we can reuse it. Put a little bit of oil in there. What you're going to do is you are going to actually put in your pork and your sausage in. So you're going to make it caramelized. When that's nice and brown, go ahead and then add in your onions and your garlic. The stock that I made isn't going to go in until a little bit later. Okay, and we'll go to that next step in a minute. So basically at this point what I'm doing is I have the sausage, the pork, the onions, and the garlic in there. I am going to go ahead and keep on cooking this and basically caramelizing it the best I can until I feel secure that that pork is cooked through. Remember that when you're cooking this and caramelizing it, it's going to take a while, especially I'm not exactly using the right pan. This is all I have. I want this to be nice and brown all the way around. So I think I probably have another 15 minutes. I'm going to let that done. And then once this is brown to where I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and add that diced chili in there. And then after that, you're just going to go ahead and dump in your 2 cups of rice. And this is the 4 cups of that broth I made, okay? So apparently from what the directions say, I have everything in there that I want at this point. I'm going to go ahead and keep this up on high. Wait for it to kind of bubble and boil. You're supposed to do that for at least 7 to 8 minutes. After it starts doing that, well, while it's boiling, remember to kind of keep on stirring it so it doesn't stick. But then after 7 to 8 minutes, turn it down on a lower heat, cover it with a lid, and then let it cook for another 10 minutes. They say that once you see that the rice is kind of split and starts popping, then it is done. So I've got this nice and bubbled. It's been cooking here for about 7 minutes. I went ahead and I started turning down the heat. I've noticed the bad thing about using a flat top electrical unit. It's kind of harder to control the heat on this. I'd rather want gas, but this will work for now. So I'm going to go ahead and stir this up a little bit more. As you see, my kitchen timer went off. And I am going to go ahead and put the lid on it now. I have it set on like 2. And we're just going to cover it up. So it's going to sit there for about 10 minutes. Now go ahead and check on it, stir it if you feel like it's burning. That's no big deal. Okay, here's your final product, you guys. The rice is done, the meat is done. I'm just waiting for Doug, and he's my nice taste tester. I've already had tasted it. The seasonings are perfect. I did put a little bit of Cajun spice in there because Doug likes everything a little bit spicy, and it's Cajun, right? So you got to do something different. Okay, enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye now.